log sale day here on the job. Glad we got it in here this morning. It's supposed to have some rain and snow move in this afternoon, and working in these, the fields are nice for using landings, but it's pretty limited when it comes to weather. We can also load from the driveway here too, but this is going to work out great for today. So there's two ways to sell your timber. You can sell them in a lump sum. You can have a forester come in, or one of the Mills foresters come in. They're going to mark your timber. They'll take an estimation on the volume and take into account what kind of species you have, and they're going to come up with an idea of what they can pay you for that volume of timber. The other way of doing it is how we're doing it here. We are laying everything out. The buyer will bring a truck in, or we'll schedule a truck to come in, and they're going to buy these on site how they are. It's honestly, it's the only way I really like to do it. Our log buyer, Nick, he is scaling these logs, and he's buying them for what they are. They all meet different grades, and different species have different specs on them. In the back there, you can see a little pile of low grade building up. That stuff will just go for railroad ties, pallets, and cants and things of that sort. But it really takes all the guesswork out of it. At the end of the day, when you're having your timber cruised and having a value placed on it, it's just an estimation. It's what the forester thinks they're going to actually be able to get out of that wood. You have to take into account for defects and all these other things. So you're never going to get, the true full price of your timber. They have to take into account for this, like the shake here. We cut it off, but when you come up and mark that tree in the woods, you have to assume that there might be something wrong with it. So you'll put a smaller volume or a lower price on something like that when we're going to get paid for the full price of that log. And that's not even to mention that there's three typical scales for scaling lumber. It's your Scribner, your Doyle, and your International 1/4 inch. But all of these still account for a 1/4 inch kerf for running saw blades, your big circle blades, when most everybody is, running a band saw, which is, an eighth of an inch for kerf. And that's just your wood lost in the sawing process. But that almost needs to go back over. There's always a huge debate on log scales, and I'm not even going to get into it. To keep it short and simple, I mean, that's pretty much the two ways you can sell. We like to do everything on a percentage. You have what you have, and then you make your split to see what the landowner gets and what the logger gets paid for doing the work. Some jobs are a little better split for the logger, some jobs are better for the landowner. It all depends on what kind of conditions you have, what type of ground you run into. If you have a lot of veneer, we like to split that, a 70-30 to give the landowner a little bit, because it's the same amount of work for us to get the logs out. If it's, really, really nice quality, then there's just more to go around. Also, if there's any other service, like getting rid of invasive species, planting some other trees, as long as you find a crew that you can trust, that you feel is gonna do best by you and by the woodlot you have, that's honestly the best way to go about it. Just be in contact with them, have everything out on the table, and there's really just nowhere you can go wrong with that process. But that'll be it for today. Enjoy the video and have a nice day.